Yay Media Group.
13 has been my lucky number for a while. Like, it's always a sign of good things to come for me.
This is 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast, breaking down every song, every Easter egg, every era, and every theory. Hosted by the biggest Swifties, Nick Adams, Anna Zabo, Amy Nichols, and Lacey G.
Welcome to 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. My name's Nick Adams.
I'm Anna.
Amy. And I'm Lacey G.
And today we are breaking down track number 8,
Florida! I know you guys must be wondering, am I wearing a Florida outfit today?
Are you?
Well, in the video that I'm looking
Yes.
at, you look naked.
So
Am not naked.
Because you're wearing
that
a
would be.
strapless dress
Let's
hiding
see-
behind a laptop.
Wait,
There she
wait,
is.
let's see this fit. We need to do a full fit check. Go over to Nick's camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Like a Miami nightclub?
Is that the vibe? Or Lacey?
So I'm actually wearing a one-piece swimsuit.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then I paired it with a shimmering skirt because this would be like Miami going out vibes, but then I
Okay.
could still lose the skirt and the heels because I'm in heels and head out to the beach, to
Yeah.
Miami, to
Okay.
Miami South Beach maybe Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel.
Oh, that'd be a good place to wear that to. Yeah.
Yes.
Because we're going to be there.
Yes.
In just about a month, we are going to be there. We are going to have an awesome Eras Tour pre-party. It's going to be a blast.
I'm so excited. Saturday, October 19th at the Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel. Our party is going to be from 1 to 3 p.m. so that anybody going to the concert that night will have plenty of time to get there. That did go into account when we were thinking about
Yes.
the time. Also, 1 to 3:13. What? That's so crazy. But we're so excited. We are going to have a bunch of giveaways. We're going to do a live podcast. We're going to play some games. We're going to have a costume contest, photo ops, themed cocktails, and mocktails.
Yes.
Because not everybody is 21 and not everybody wants alcohol. So we will have mocktails as well.
And we got to preview the drinks. Oh my gosh,
So
they
cute.
look gorgeous.
They're so cute.
Gorgeous. Yeah, but they look really good. Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel is definitely going all out. We're going to too, and it's going to be such a good time. So hope to see you there. Taylor's going back on the Eras Tour in Miami. What's going to happen? Last time she was doing the Eras Tour, she performed Florida live with dancers, with choreography, with the back screen, all with the graphics and stuff. So is she adding it to the set? Does she have something up her sleeves? I don't know. What is Taylor Swift up to? I know what we'll be up to. And we don't have tickets just yet, but we are hoping to get tickets. So even if you're not going to the Eras Tour, if you're just around, if you want to hang out, if you're hoping for tickets like us, we're still going to be hanging out. Lowe's Miami Beach Hotel, October 19th, 1 to 3 p.m. Join us. It's
Yeah.
going to be so much fun.
And also to let you know, as the event gets closer, I think with the excitement of the Eras Tour, tickets to our event are going. So if you guys want to get your tickets, make sure you get them sooner rather than later, because once we reach max capacity, that's it.
And they are $13, the13podcast.net. Tickets are only $13. Come join us for a good time. It's always a good time with the Swifties.
What if tickets to our event end up like on Ticketmaster being scalped by people?
For
No.
$15?
Yes. Get out of here, scalpers.
Get outta here,
For the real
scalpers.
fans.
It is getting so every time that we post a video on TikTok promoting our Miami event, our comment section gets flooded with scalpers being like, I have tickets to the Eras Tour. And I'm like, no, you don't. Get out of here.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say I had the same thing because I was asking for tickets for London, and I would look at the person who was offering up the tickets, and they had a brand new Instagram account with 4 pictures that were all posted on the same day. And it's like, no, you are not a person. You do not exist.
No. But if any real people want to give us tickets or sell us tickets, let us know. But you have to be real.
Drop us a lobster. Drop us. Y'all told me to quit saying drop a lobster.
You gotta stop saying that. You gotta stop saying that.
On a recent post, Anna's correct. People are on there saying, I have tickets to sell. I have tickets to sell. I saw a comment that said, I have tickets to sell. And so I liked the comment. And then I went to go click their profile and right under their name, Anna commented, "Get out of our comment section, scalpers." So I had to unlike their post because I trust Anna's judgment way more than I do.
It's just it happens every time.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, if somebody is very genuinely trying to sell those tickets, I hope you make a better effort. But sometimes you can just really tell when it's a fake profile or a fake post or something. And I also wanted to say this on this episode because if anybody that follows us and sees those comments, please do not fall for any scalpers. Because we have gotten messages from people asking for like tips and tricks on how to identify scalpers. I personally think that they're getting better and better each day. Like I wouldn't buy tickets from somebody unless like you know them. You know, like it's just it's getting, the scalpers are getting creative. Mm-hmm. So just be very careful out there. Never give anybody your credit card information.
And what's going to happen in Miami when Taylor Swift returns on the Eras Tour? I don't know. Am I clowning? Yeah. Is Audrey is feeding into all of my clownery as well. And we've said before that Taylor Swift fans have like a very specific way to talk and outsiders would not understand. This video is exactly that. This is Taylor Swift talk right here. So you have to be hardcore Swift talk to know everything that she's saying. Y'all will know, of course. But if somebody said this in a regular situation, people would be like, I have no idea what you're saying.
Do you want me to hit play?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Taylor Nation is dropping some snake eggs. Why are we celebrating 3-year anniversary of a song? Because there are Easter eggs hidden in plain sight. And I think Taylor started laying them 3 years ago for what's about to happen in the next month. 3 years ago, Taylor released Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version, which was released before 1989 Taylor's version, because it was going viral on TikTok and she basically wanted to release early the song. So she announced it with the infamous glitch video, where the video glitches and then we get Winky 1989 Taylor. And this was the caption she used with that video: "Burnin' it down," which reminds me of what Taylor said about the Reputation TV vault tracks. In Taylor's Time Person of the Year interview, she said that the Reputation vault tracks are fire. Burning it down, fire. The section of the song that Taylor Nation used for this video was the one that included "Burnin' it down." But there's a few more things in the caption to look at. 3 years of Wildest Dreams, Taylor's version. 3 years. That got me thinking back to the Jimmy Fallon interview. This interview. In 2021, Taylor went on to Jimmy Fallon to promote All Too Well and read Taylor's version. In this interview, she made a point to say, "How long in advance can I tease something with my fans? Is 3 years too much?" That was 3 years ago. The designer of her dress, Zuhair Murad, happens to be the designer of the Midnight's bodysuits. Remember that moon. Back to the caption one more time. They ended it by saying just one more month to wait. Yes, they could be talking about the Eras Tour returning, but the Eras Tour returns more than a month. 1 month from this post, September 17th, is October 17th. 1 day before the Eras Tour returns in Miami on the 18th. And the day that they posted it, September 17th, we had our super full moon with a partial eclipse. And in 1 month on October 17th, we have another full moon. It's also called the Hunter's Moon, which immediately takes me to Sagittarius, Taylor's star sign, which is a hunter, a centaur with a bow and arrow. So what does Taylor have planned for us on October 17th on the next super full moon? To me, this is giving Reputation TV. Will it be announced in 1 month's time? Either way, this is super fun. This feels like a legitimate Easter egg from Taylor Nation. I'd love to know what you think. Drop it in the comments and let's clown.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
What's something that scares you? Maybe it's growing up. Maybe it's getting older. Maybe it's things that you don't understand because it hasn't properly been discussed with you. Well, that's exactly why you should talk to people to air out your grievances. And might we suggest our friends at BetterHelp. Therapy through BetterHelp can help you get out your fears, discuss them, help you face your fears, and find ways to overcome them. I know I've benefited from therapy by learning boundaries, learning my attachment styles and how to get rid of them, and just being able to talk to a level-headed person to find out that I'm not the only one. I'm not alone. It's natural to feel this way.
If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Taylor Swift fan today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Taylor Swift fan.
I love Audrey And the fact that, are we in the glitch? This is something that we've talked about for a long time, 3 years leading up. Obviously, been clowning for Reputation TV announcement for a long time, but it's still interesting to think about and to entertain. Is something going to happen? Who knows? We'll have to see. I also saw theories of, is Taylor going to start dropping the vault tracks in her surprise song sets and release those first, which then, if that's the case, what are Amy and I going to do? Because we're not going to be able to listen because we lost last leg.
We have no control over that. If she just starts dropping them in the middle of nowhere, then
It is what it is.
it is.
It is what it is.
Well,
Y'all don't hate me. I'm listening to them. They're the surprise songs.
Like in the first note, Amy's like, I don't know the song. Closes her laptop.
Amy, it's Wildish Dreams. So, Florida.
Florida. Yes, Florida. It was written by Taylor Swift and someone named Florence Welch.
We love her.
Yes, and it was
Yes.
produced by Taylor and Jack Antonoff. So Florence Welch is of Florence and the Machine.
Iconic.
Yeah, and it was really wonderful. Lacey had mentioned earlier about her performing this as, I guess, a surprise song in the very last Eras tour in London at Wembley. So cool.
Yeah.
Because it was
Amazing.
such an over-the-top performance. It was wonderful.
I
It was
think
really great.
Some of my favorite videos are the Swifties reacting to it because it wasn't during the acoustic set. It was during the Tortured Poets set, and which the Tortured Poets now we at least I feel like when one song ends, exactly kind of
Yeah.
the start of the next one, and she's just kind of standing there, and people are like, "Wait, what?" And she's like, "You can beat the heat," and it's like, "Oh my god!" Just absolute mayhem. And I think those are some of my favorite reaction videos. Which is a lot of fun.
They sound so good together.
I know. Is anyone, I assume just Amy, but do you listen to Florence and the Machine?
I do, not religiously, but yes, I do enjoy their music. Is this our favorite collab?
It's definitely up there.
Ooh, that's a good
We
question.
still haven't rated collabs yet. That
We
should be a
should.
one-off, but this might be my top one.
Yeah, this is very, very high up there. And I've said this since the day it was performed, and I will continue to say it. After seeing it performed live, it shot up in my rankings. Not that I didn't like this song, but it wasn't in my rotation, I guess, of Tortured Poets. But now I'm obsessed with it. And I think it's because I like to pretend that I can sing like Florence.
We all
Yeah.
do. The vibrato.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing to say in a song?
This
Yeah.
song was it for me from the beginning. Not my number one, but still made my list. I loved it from the very beginning. I do love their voices together. Now, I don't know. We would have to do a ranking of the different collabs.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But definitely this is top for me. But I'm a Coney Island girl, and I know that Taylor performed that during the surprise song set whenever I was there, but I was on our website recently, the13podcast.net, where you can get your tickets. And I noticed that I actually had it in my bio.
I saw that
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you updated it.
No,
Trying to
that
trick us all.
was that was in my bio that we turned in way back when, which just goes to show that Taylor Swift did serenade me that day. It is now proven. She checks out the 13podcast.net. Where else is she going to get her tickets?
Right.
Yeah.
What if she actually did show up? I can't even think about it, actually.
Don't go there.
I can't think about it. No.
Should we get into some lyrics here?
Yes.
With Florida, 3 exclamation points.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a
Yes.
lot of punctuation in titles of her songs.
Right. Slut.
Slut, there is an exclamation point.
Ready for it, ...
But this has 3 exclamation points. So she really wants you to scream Florida really loud.
Well, with the drums,
Mhm.
but I'm thinking if there should be more than 3 exclamation points. It's like the drums beating.
True.
But if you saw it written, wouldn't 5 exclamations just feel a little excessive?
I don't know.
It's just 2 more.
But Amy, we know how you feel about the number 3.
So true.
Well, before we get into the lyrics, I think it's important to kind of talk about the timeline of the Eras show, because Taylor performed for us in Arlington, Texas. This was in April of last year. So this was the first leg of the Eras tour. Arlington, Texas. We were there. And then there was like a little bit of time between the next shows. And in that little bit of time, that's when news broke about her and Joe Alwyn's relationship
Yeah, April 8th.
ending. Yes. I love that you just know that.
Well,
I mean, we looked it up recently.
Yeah.
And I'll always remember that we saw her April 1st.
Yes.
So we saw her April 1st in Arlington. And then there was like a week or two. So April 8th, news breaks that the relationship between Taylor and Joe is over. And then the shows that she has immediately following the news is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So this song, like, there's a lot of just imagery, of course. But I think ultimately it's about like escaping, right?
Yeah, totally.
Well, and to piggyback on what you're saying, the alleged breakup date was March 31st between Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn. I don't have this date in front of me, but I don't know if it was that date or the next one where she changed on the Eras Tour Invisible String to the one.
It was the night before we saw her. So it must have been the 31st.
Okay. And then for our surprise songs in Arlington on 4/1, Clean and Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she was making a statement.
Maybe.
And I mean, possibly. And then she went back to Florida. And that's in Tampa, Florida, was whenever she was crying during Lover and played Great War and You're on Your Own, Kid.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm. And then goes back to Texas. So I guess she wasn't in Florida. She was in Texas and then went to Florida and came back to Texas. So sorry for getting that wrong.
So you're talking about like Houston or something? Okay.
Because even in the I Can Do It With a Broken Heart music video that shows like kind of the behind the scenes of the Eras Tour, the opening shot, the stadium is the stadium in Arlington. It's AT&T Stadium because that's probably the first time that she actually had to like do it with a broken heart, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, even just from listening to her music, it kind of sounds like the ending of this relationship wasn't just like okay, yeah, we're over, bye. Like it took time. It was kind of, I don't want to say long-winded. That's not the right word.
Drawn out.
But yeah, I mean the downward slope of the relationship,
Yeah.
I guess, kind of like took a minute, but maybe that's kind of like when she felt like it was a definitive end, or maybe that's when they like officially kind of decided it.
And when you make a statement publicly, you can't take that back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the nail in the coffin.
Do you guys remember where you were? I do.
I didn't want to believe it.
I was in such shock.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I was in LA actually in an Uber.
Wow.
And I was sitting in the back of the Uber and I like saw it and I was like, there's
Listen
no
to
way.
Bad Blood?
Right? I know. I should have
Wow.
probably.
Then that really would have been a Taylor
Really
Swift
invisible
universe,
string
yes.
moment. Yeah. And I saw the post and I was like in denial. I was like, there's no way. There's no way this is true. And I took a screenshot. I remember sending it to you guys in our group text being like, is this real? Like, has anyone verified? And I think like for a few hours after that, we were like, I don't know if this is if this is real or not. Like it was just a shock.
It was shocking. And then Taylor immediately started going out in public. And we were like, oh, she is making a statement then. If
Yeah.
she's out in public and not shying away and not, because Taylor Swift is not seen unless she wants to be seen. If she wants to be a public girly, she is. If she wants
Otherwise, she's in a suitcase or a cleaning cart.
So, I mean, that was her confirming it to us. We were all in shock. And then it's like, okay, she's not holding back. She's out in public. She's out and about. She's bejeweled again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was shocking at the time.
And then everyone starts looking at Midnight's and saying like, oh, is Midnight's a breakup album? And that was the big theory going around for a while. And I was like, I don't think so. But
I
maybe
think
some of it was. We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know we don't know.
Because we were in the middle of Midnights whenever the news
Yeah.
broke.
We were, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had actually just broken down the Great War. I remember because we had to like go back and re-add like something that was like, hey guys, by the way, we recorded this before the news the news broke about the breakup, because in that entire episode we're like, they made it past the Great War. I remember that.
Until they didn't.
In
Yeah.
typical us fashion.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
So
But
anyway,
Yes.
what did Taylor Swift herself have to say about Florida? She did release a voice memo on Apple Music, and this is what she had to say.
Florida is a song that I wrote with Florence and the Machine And I think I was coming up with this idea of like, what happens when your life doesn't fit or your choices you've made catch up to you, and you're surrounded by these harsh consequences and judgment, and circumstances did not lead you to where you thought you would be, and you just want to escape from everything you've ever known. Is there a place you could go? I'm always watching like Dateline. People, have these crimes that they commit. Where do they immediately skip town and go to? They go to Florida. They like try to reinvent themselves, have a new identity, blend in. And I think when you go through a heartbreak, there's a part of you that thinks, I want a new name. I want a new life. I don't want anyone to know where I've been or know me at all. And so that was that was the jumping off point behind where would you go to reinvent yourself and blend in? Florida.
Obviously.
Is she really sad, or does she have a cold?
I feel like she's kind of
cold.
losing her voice a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of the recordings, she sounded rough in the throat.
Yeah.
I feel like there was another time where there was like in the Fortnite behind the scenes, she also kind of had a little bit of a raspy voice. So, I mean, she's been performing,
I was about to say same, but then you said she's been performing. I just have a little bit of a raspy voice.
Oh.
Now, do we get into some lyrics?
Yes, but let's also look at why Florida does have 3 exclamation points.
Okay.
There is Tori Soley on TikTok who had this to say.
We're all wondering the same thing. Why the 3 exclamation points after Florida? What is so exciting about Florida all of a sudden? I think it signifies that she's hyping herself up for something. The track before, Fresh Out the Slammer, indicates that the breakup just happened. She's trying to get out of her head and excite herself about Florida. Or she went to Harry Potter World.
That's got to be it. Those are the only 2 options.
Yes.
But that does make sense if you're trying to hype yourself up.
Yeah.
You're heartbroken and you have to go and it's like, yay, I'm going to go do this. I mean, sometimes you do have to pep talk yourself and, all right, get it together. You got to go. You got to go. So I thought that was a good and funny theory.
All right, so she had just said in that voice memo that she's escaping to Florida, right? Mm-hmm. She just went through heartbreak, so now she's going to Florida.
Which is like how the TikTok pointed out, this is the song right after Fresh Out the Slammer, which is great.
Oh, and we didn't say that the breakup was announced on Maddie Healy's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's how
April 8th.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah, that was announced on Maddie Healy's birthday.
Coincidental, I'm sure.
I don't know. Just stating what I read.
So Taylor begins the song by singing, "You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too. They said I was a cheat. I guess it must be true."
Yeah. I mean, of course, like escaping to Florida vacation, like that kind of thing, but also he as in like criticism, noise, backlash, what everybody has to say, right?
Absolutely.
And if you beat the charges too, which again, I think the song being right after Fresh Out the Slammer is pretty comical.
Absolutely.
And who knows if you said I was a cheat, it must be true. So maybe there were accusations and then she runs back into the arms of someone she may or may not have had a situationship with. I mean, we don't know if it was a true one, a longing one, or what it was, but you accuse me, well, deuces, I'm out, I'm free, and I'm going to go do what I want.
And it makes me think of, in a relationship, you may be true and honest and loyal to your partner, but if you're being accused constantly over and over and over again, you might as well just make it true.
Right.
That's very,
If I'm going to be accused of it, I might as well enjoy it.
Yeah, might as well have some fun.
Yeah.
I can only defend myself so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my friends all smell like weed or little babies. Now, that's a very...
Retweet.
That's a very...
Hilarious.
Do you have personal connection to that line?
Yeah.
Anna?
And no, it's like when you're thinking about your friends and seeing like the different stages of life, right? Like you have your friends that are growing up having babies versus your friends that are still partying and smoking weed. And it's like, yeah, my friends either smell like weed or little babies. Like, same.
I was going to say, I have related to so much of Taylor Swift's music throughout the years, and I don't know if I've ever related to something more than that, because that is just absolutely true.
I think something that was so funny when the album first came out, we have 31 songs, very poetic, very filled with imagery and metaphors and whatever. And then I remember seeing a post from somebody being like, it's just so hard to understand Taylor Swift lyrics. And that's the one that they used as an example. They're like, what does she mean? And people in the comments were like, this could not be more blunt. No pun intended. On she's saying either her friends smell like weed or they're having babies. But it was so funny, people being like, out of all the lyrics in the Tortured Poets department, that's the one you don't get. And I just thought that was so funny.
Also, I'm not saying what my house smells like. You can just leave that up to interpretation. It could smell like weed or little babies.
As the crisp fall air rolls in and the leaves begin to change, don't rely on pumpkin to spice up your life. Embrace the natural power of cannabis this fall with Via.
I am a pumpkin spice enthusiast, but I'm also a Via enthusiast. Via is well known for their premium THCA flower, grown indoors in the state-of-art facilities and harvest at peak. Via is premium, federally legal cannabis products that are the perfect companion for an end of the night, maybe. They have different effects that can enhance your everyday. They have some for relief, focus, sleep, libido. You can pick the product that's right for you based on what it is that you're wanting to experience.
And their products have a wide range of THC, from as little as 0 milligrams all the way up to 100 milligrams of THC. So these guys have you covered if you're looking to microdose or if you're trying to enjoy more potent effects. Plus, they're affordable and accessible, and they're premium products that can fit in your budget. So if you're 21 and up, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code TaylorSwiftFan to receive 15% off.
I've been taking their Dream Sleep Gummies, which is 10 milligrams of THC at night. It's the perfect thing to put me to sleep at night, and I seem to have good dreams on them.
So if you're 21 and up, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code TaylorSwiftFan to receive 15% off. After you make your purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. So please show your support for our podcast and tell them that 13 a Taylor Swift Fan podcast sent you. This fall, enhance your everyday with Via. Taylor continues by saying, and this city reeks of driving myself crazy.
Yeah, I think that's probably just she wants to escape.
Mm-hmm.
So the city she's speaking of is not a city in Florida.
I'm thinking it's the relationship.
Oh.
Or is it Arlington? Is this
that
play
is
about us?
That is the area where Anna and Lacey live, so it could be.
Wait a second. This is not about you.
No, because that's where she was before she went to Florida. Okay.
Oh, I thought she was talking about weed and little babies.
No, I'm talking about because that's where she was before she escaped to Florida. We've been over this.
And the city reeks of driving myself crazy also gives me being in my head vibes. I'm tormented by this city because I'm in my own head and I'm tormented by what's going on. I'm trying to escape and run off to Florida, 3 exclamation points. But you're still driving yourself crazy in your own head with the what ifs, with the, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Is it salvage? I mean, I don't know. I'm in my own head a lot. So that's how I related to this line.
Little did you know, your home's really only a town you're just a guest in.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all ever feel like that?
Mm-hmm.
Your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. You're not even a part of your own house. You're just there. You're visiting almost.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a callback to several lyrics that
Yeah.
we've heard her say before. The to a house, not a home, in Dear Reader. Also in So Long London, this place doesn't feel like a home anymore. I think she's just kind of already shared this sentiment, this relationship that was once a home, I was just a visitor, like you just said.
She was a guest in her relationship with Joe. Also, it is just the lack of safety and sense of home that she's trading her home for. Well, this comes up later, but trading her home for a timeshare, a place that she never fully owns. like a bad investment. She's trading one unsafe, unstable home for another.
Florida, dun 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 dun, is one hell of a drug. Florida, I can use you up. So she's saying, I can use Florida. I need to get out of here. I can use this to my advantage.
Yeah, and I
Florida.
think like how people turn to drugs for an escape. She's just using Florida as that drug.
Or the rebound. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I took the miracle move on drugs. The effects were temporary.
Yeah.
So that is something that she's referenced.
Yeah, and move to Florida, buy the car you want.
Yeah.
Also in Fortnite.
The drug in question is a rebound relationship in the getaway car. What a crash, what a rush. Fuck me up, Florida. It's a hell of a drug.
In the hurricane with my name when it came.
Wait, you got to say it like Florence.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nick.
Y'all are the ones that think y'all sound just like her. I don't think I sound
Give
just
it a
like
try.
her.
No
Give it a
one
try.
said
Okay.
sound just like
Okay.
her.
Give it
Sure.
a try.
In the hurricane with my name when it came. How's that?
It was good.
Okay. Your turn, Anna.
I won't. I'm telling you
What?
right now.
Why
I'm not?
not?
Because I'm not going to make a fool of myself. Look at Nick.
You.
Hurricane when it came with my name.
I can't sing, so I can only do low register stuff. So that's why
Prove it.
Yeah, let's see how
hear
good
it.
this is. Yeah.
the hurricane with my name when it came.
That wasn't
I
any
got
different.
drunk and I dared it to wash me away. Barricaded my bathroom with a bottle of wine. Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine.
That was good.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that
Nailed
was good.
I thought we
it.
were playing a clip there.
Nailed it. No, I mean, I'm obviously not a singer. I don't know if the listeners and lobsters have picked up on that yet.
If we don't get tickets to the concert Saturday night after our event,
Have Lacey sing to us.
no, I was gonna say we have to go find some like Swifty karaoke.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Wouldn't that
that's
be
a
fun?
great idea.
Wouldn't that be fun? Or just karaoke and make it Swifty.
Right.
Have you ever karaoke'd a Taylor Swift song?
Oh
though?
yeah, but I always do country Taylor because I feel like that's always a little bit easier. Not easier, but like she was younger then, so it's like a little easier to try to match the pitch.
Because I did Ready for It, and oh my goodness, breath. I did not realize how fast that is, how hard, even though we sing it in our car all the time, trying to sing it and breathe through it. And that was a difficult song. I felt stupid. I was just amongst friends and I still felt stupid. I'm like, whoop, I should not have done that.
Yeah, I've only done our song because most people know it, so they'll
Yeah.
sing along, and it just becomes like a fun little thing.
Oh, yeah.
I have done Should Have Said No.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
In the hurricane with my name when it came, I got drunk and I dared it to wash me away.
So Hurricane Florence actually did hit the southeastern United States in 2018. So I feel like just kind of by comparing herself like as a person to a hurricane, she's just alluding to how destructive she is, right?
Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine.
Bottle of wine.
Which is also, which is also relatable because that is what you would do in the event of a hurricane. You have to go barricade yourself
Yeah.
up. And if we're going to be stuck here, might as well.
That doesn't seem like the best idea, though. To be drunk during a natural disaster. You should probably have your wits about you. Should you need to
Should
go
is
escape or fend for your life, shouldn't be drunk.
Yeah,
Let me be clear.
Key words.
Let me be clear. In case of an emergency, do not follow my advice. Do not call me and ask me what to do. I don't know. I've had like alarms, hurricane alarms or tornado or whatever warnings go off. And I'm like, come into my phone. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to, am I supposed to go hide? Am I supposed to call? I don't know what to do. I just go to sleep.
Typically, I think the instructions are telling you what
Yeah,
to
like,
do.
hey, tornado's coming. Get to safety.
But then I'm like, is this real? Is this God? Who's texting me right now? Like, I don't know.
The National Weather Service.
Yes.
God.
Don't listen to me ever, ever, except
So-
for on this podcast.
Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine.
Florence, Haunted is also one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs.
She's making this song just for you.
I know.
It seems like.
I know.
She's trying to convince herself, right? We had a hell of a time, and
I'm feeling just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm fine. You're not fine.
When a girl says she's fine,
I'm fine.
that's not fine.
I am fine.
So if I want to know if a girl that I'm talking to is feeling okay, what's the response I should get from her that I can believe, okay, she's okay?
I don't think you can ever trust a woman.
I'm good.
See, I'm good does not sound convincing that you're good.
Maybe don't worry about me. Everything's great.
No, that's not convincing either. Don't worry about me. Well, that means I should worry about you.
I'm good.
I tell myself if I say I'm fine, then I'm like that. You could tell I was lying, and then I start oversharing. I think Halsey said it best in her song "Ego." I'm really not that happy being me. That's what the answer for fine is. Like I don't know. Do you really want to know? Are we going to get into it, or not as happy as I seem?
Maybe
fine.
Maybe it will be fine is a good answer because
I'll be fine.
It will be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll be fine. Also, when the track list came out and we first saw that Florence was going to be featured on this album, she shared it on her Instagram and she called herself the department head of haunted houses.
Oh,
Which is because Taylor's the chairman of the Tortured Poets department. And so I thought it was cool for her to like give herself a title.
I wonder if she got approval for that.
Probably.
She just did it.
No, I'm sure she applied.
Okay.
I don't like haunted houses. Do y'all like haunted houses?
No.
Like, I'm not just going to go to a haunted house.
No.
For fun.
No, I scare so easily.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it.
I went with Lacey once, and it was a nightmare.
Now, Lacey I'm assuming loves haunted houses.
Yeah. Why was it a nightmare? Because it was scary, or because I was a nightmare?
You were a nightmare. I felt like I needed earplugs a little bit, and the weight of your body. Later on, we'll talk about it in the song. I felt like I was carrying you through. It was a lot of fun.
I do like haunted houses. I do get scared. I don't want to be the first one, and my natural reaction, I don't mean to be, is over dramatic. Even if it's just like a sigh and there's nothing wrong. I'm like, and then I'm like, I didn't mean to just breathe that loud. What's wrong with me? So yeah, going through a haunted house with me, I would imagine would be very annoying because I'm going to sacrifice Amy. Amy, go first, and I'm going to scream in her ear the whole time.
All my girls got their lace and their crimes. And your cheating husband disappeared well. Did I skip something?
No, I was just going to say whenever the album first came out, people did point out that we all got a shout out in the Tortured Poets department.
We did?
Yes.
Thank you, Amy.
Uh-huh.
Sophia.
Oh, okay.
In the nick of time somewhere, probably.
Someone said that there was Nick, but I thought of you immediately with the Sarah and the Hannahs clutching their pearls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I didn't know where I came up. And someone said, and this is me very specifically, she just forgot to add the Y to the end.
Lace.
Yeah, but all of my girls got their lace and their crimes. And I thought that was sweet that someone commented that on our YouTube channel.
Also kind of just like fitting, like
What's that mean?
with the haunted stuff.
All my girls got their lace. What's that mean?
I wasn't sure either. I'm wondering if it's like the collection over a lifetime of the things, the pretty things and the ugly habits that girls collect.
Mm-hmm. I like that, like their lace and their crimes.
Yeah.
So lace is pretty, crimes is the ugly, the bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's correct. That's
Yeah.
just how I read it.
I like that interpretation.
And your cheating husband disappeared.
Well.
Ooh. No body, no crime?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about here?
Absolutely.
I mean, you're in Florida. Just have an alligator eat the body or something, right?
And a boating license for sure.
Yeah.
I just like how she says, well.
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 And your cheating husband disappeared.
Well.
No one asks any questions here.
Which is also like a callback to the story in Fortnite when she says, "My husband is cheating, I want to kill him." So now she's done that. She got arrested, right? Fresh out the slammer, escaped to Florida. And it's like, well, your cheating husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my best to lay to rest. Whoa, is Florence here? Crazy.
So I did my best to lay to rest all of the bodies that have ever been on my body.
I love that line. I love that line.
It might be the best one in the song.
Yeah.
All of the bodies that ever been on my body.
And the following one, and in my mind, they sink into the swamp. Is that a
bad thing to say in a song?
So good.
But that might be the second most relatable because you don't want to hold fault over someone that you're no longer with, and you want to, and that is just a very descriptive way to say that. But I mean, you don't want to hate people. You gotta forgive them. Do your best to lay to rest.
Yeah.
All of the bodies.
But it's such
body.
such like a incredible way to write lyrics. Like it's the writing is just so good when you have the imagery of Florida and escaping and Dateline and murder and all this, and it's like you're trying to describe that you want to get rid of all of your past mistakes, and so by saying like all of the bodies that ever been on my body, like that is just excellent writing.
Yes.
Like I just adore that so much. And then to break the fourth wall with, is that a bad thing to say in a song? Like, oh my God, so you acknowledge that this is a song, that this isn't real, not that it's not real, but it's imagery, and it's just breaking the fourth wall between her and the listener. Like that is so cool. And it's cheeky and it's snarky and it's sassy, and I love everything about it, and I have to apologize to this song for not giving it what it deserved the first time I heard it.
Little did you know your home's really the only town you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas. Hey, I have the real lyrics this time. They're not the clean lyrics.
I do too, Nick.
Yeah.
I had the same problem last time with you.
See, normally I just type in whatever the song lyrics and I just read whatever's on Google just right there.
Sure.
And I guess those are the clean ones.
But yeah, well, it was last time anyway.
It was last time at least.
Yeah.
But this one I had to click a link.
So I saw the F word. I was like, yes.
What is the clean word? What does the clean version say?
I'm not looking at it. I don't know.
We didn't
Rainstorm,
pull it up.
the rainstorm back in
Rainstorm
Texas,
back?
maybe?
Okay, that's good. Let me look.
I don't know.
Florida.
Googling on a podcast. Here we are, everybody.
Hello. Clean version.
Little did you know your home's really the only town you'll get arrested.
So
Pack your life away. Go ahead.
just to wait out the firestorm back in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, I can use you up. She's hiding away in Florida, getting out of Texas.
The shitstorm back in Texas is one of my favorite friendship bracelets that I got. Got it from our sweet listener, Sarah. And she gave it to me. I gave it to someone in London. I initially had given him just a random one. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, you're not going to know what this is with a random Taylor Swift lyric, and you're not a Swiftie. So I said, but you will remember the shitstorms from Texas. So here you go. And I gave him the friendship bracelet, and it just absolutely made his day.
I do like the Texas call out.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Just hearing her say it's like, she knows
Feel
about us.
acknowledged. Yeah.
Is this play about us? Yeah.
That was the last Airbender Avatar, wasn't it?
Was it?
Oh, I thought it was.
Do they say that in?
Yeah.
Oh, they also say it in Euphoria, which is where I know it from.
Yeah, they do. I saw that too. Never mind.
But I'm sure Avatar said it
I thought
first.
it was original.
Avatar probably said it first, though.
They did. Moving on.
Miss Swift continues, I need to forget, so take me to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some regrets. I'll bury them in Florida.
Tell me I'm despicable.
Say it's unforgivable.
At least the dolls are beautiful.
Fuck me up, Florida.
It's one hell of a drug. Ah, so good. Pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. She says that another time around.
Mm-hmm. I'm so excited, you guys, because this is like a TikTok video, this part, the I Need to Forget, so Take Me to Florida, that we will be creating on our way to Florida.
Yay!
Yeah, we got
I
you.
already have it planned out in my head.
Oh, good.
Parts, location, costumes, everything.
Oh, costumes.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're also going to make some TikToks on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Are we bringing the purple wig with us
Purple
for
wig?
costumes?
Oh, God. Oh,
Whenever we
no.
redid the Tortured Poets
The trauma.
department.
The trauma. No, that wig is, I'm going to burn it. That
Okay.
wig was not a good one.
Okay.
No.
I mean,
You
I
should-
agree. I didn't know what you meant by
No.
costumes.
We
No.
should take it and bury it in Florida.
Great idea.
It is. It is a great idea.
That's a really good. Okay, we're taking it.
We're referring to the horrible wig that half of us wore whenever we recreated the Tortured Poets department.
The album covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lacey and I wore this wig because our hair doesn't match like the Taylor's, and Amy so kindly photoshopped it to be in like
It's all
black and white.
Yeah.
But so when we lost our Instagram account, when we created a new one, and I know we created a new Instagram account at the 13TS podcast. Please go follow us. I am begging at this point. Anyway, I was looking through like some content to like post on it to, get the Instagram back up. And I looked at our album cover recreation photos with the wig. And I was like, do I post these again? And I said,
What was so wrong with them?
I said, no.
Me.
It's the wig. It's the wig. It wasn't
just
you.
didn't look good or
it wasn't,
something in
it
it?
wasn't you. It was just the wig.
I mean, but I don't think a lot of people are going to look great in a purple wig, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Nick's saying that because he's like, I want you to post my photo. Did
Yeah.
you see how good I was
Well, I
looking?
And you got so many compliments.
I don't. Okay,
I'll
but
post it.
I don't know.
I'll post
Putting
it.
on a purple wig, I don't know if you would expect to get a ton of compliments.
Yeah.
From it. Like
Yeah. But did I want that to be the first thing on our new Instagram
True.
account? No.
no. Okay. I thought y'all looked wonderful. Y'all looked great. Y'all looked great.
Thanks.
So kind.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's one hell of a drug. It's one hell of a drug. Love left me like this, and I don't want to exist. So take me to Florida. Ooh, that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Love left me like this, and I don't want to exist. Huh. Little did you know, your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin. Take me to Florida. Little did you know, your home's really the only town you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas. And she kind of winds it down from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. So do you think after Florida she felt better? After she left Florida? Like you go to Florida for a little bit to try and rehab yourself from this traumatic experience, and then you leave Florida. Does she feel better? Does she feel reborn, renewed, refreshed?
I think it's always a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Whenever you're going through a breakup. Some days are good and some days aren't. And then, leading right into a Maddie rebound. And then, I mean, that felt great for a minute and then
Yeah.
back to shitstorm.
And especially to go back on stage following the news of the breakup being like so official, all eyes are going to be on you. So like that's got to be so hard. Like knowing like all of my expressions, little tiny micro reactions are going to be analyzed over and over and over again. Like that's got to be hard.
That reminds me, the lyric video for this has the jellyfish and their mirror balls.
Oh.
Did y'all notice that? So, yeah, all eyes on her.
Yeah.
And you know what she
Terrible.
had to tell herself? I can do it with a broken heart.
She's a real tough kid.
Yeah.
I was going to say, fuck me up, Florida.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. But man, I could not handle that. I'm not a real tough kid. I can't handle my shit. But she can.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely does suck. We have all, I'm assuming, been low before, and you have to pick yourself up and keep on going and put on a brave face and not tell other people what's going on, or someone asks you, how are you? And you're like, fine. And then overshare. I mean,
I'm fine.
yeah, whatever. But I did see this hot take where someone thought that maybe this song was from Sophie Turner's point of view, because Sophie was a guest in the U.S. She's from England, lived in Florida with Joe Jonas, and Joe Jonas grew up in Texas, and she spent a lot of time with Sophie whenever she was going through that. Also, someone else pointed out that this could be a Truman Show reference from the Jim Carrey movie, The Truman Show, which was filmed in Destin, Florida. And Truman Black is Maddie Healy's online handle. Also, whenever she was putting up the QR codes for Tortured Poets Department, the one that she put up in London is on the building that is Truman Black Eagle Brewery, which is Maddie Healy's social media handle. So that is kind of telling. That girl, I mean, I don't believe anything's a coincidence with her, but also sucks for her to feel like her life is truly the Truman Show, that people are just looking and judging, and it goes back to how does it end, you know? We're seeing this once again. Okay, here's Taylor Swift and another breakup now. And I mean, the biggest offensive thing people were saying was, oh, we're going to get another great album from her now. No, we got great albums from her whenever she was in love, and that's very offensive to just turn around and diminish what she's going through by saying we got another hit album. Okay. Okay.
I feel like a lot of people say that about a lot of artists when they go through a breakup. I know I heard it when Adele went through a divorce and was like, oh,
we're gonna get
the breakup album's going to be great.
We're going to get a good divorce
now
album.
Now that Adele's back in love and in a committed relationship, oh, the music's going to be great because now she's back. So that sucks that people do that with any artist. Yeah. Every artist, you know? Yeah. Bummer. Well, we hope you join us in Florida. We are going to be there to have an Eras Tour pre-party here in just a few weeks. So get all the info, get your tickets, all the details at the13podcast.net. We cannot wait to see you there. The tickets are going fast, so make sure you get them while you still can. And join us next time because we're going to break down Guilty as Sin.
Oh,
such a good one.
That's going to be a good one. Florida.
Thanks for listening. The 13, a Taylor Swift fan podcast. Subscribe for free and leave a positive review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.